Back on the Datsun. Oh, what a surprise! So this morning we're gonna keep going. Oh, why the camera is so tilted to that side? Boink! All right, the messy garage is back. Cause yeah, it's getting pretty messy again in here. Let me pop the chat real quick. Hey, let's go. So back on it this morning. We're going to keep working on the frame rail on this side. So yesterday we started to repair the frame rail. Basically we managed to tack in place one part of the frame rail itself, and so like the replacement plate that we're going to put in there. And now we also basically also cut the back section here with like a plate that was so poorly welded in place. So from there, we're gonna keep going and probably start welding that plate we did put in place yesterday, so that we can start capping the entire section there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to see what it looks like, let's go dual side. There you go. So basically we mounted that plate here on the other side, and that's the section we cut it. So now we have access to a lot of things in here. So this is, as you can see, pretty soft. So we're gonna take a look at this and try to make it better. We need to clamp it back to the inner side here. So we're gonna use, there's a bit of reinforcement right there at the back. We're gonna use that to clamp it and probably stitch weld that under here. And then after that, we're gonna move on and add the plate. So the idea today is to make sure we close the gap here, same thing on the other side as much as possible. Weld that like on two, three different spots, just to make sure everything is fine. And then after that, we're gonna move on, do the same thing at the bottom here. And right after that, we're gonna be trimming here and closing with a metal plate on this side. So that's pretty much the idea, because this way, that means we're gonna be able to probably close that, weld the bottom edge entirely, and also get an access from the other side here to weld the top part on the new plate we're putting. So we're gonna put some rigidity to that is pretty soft. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We know that we have a reinforcement going this way over here, so we're also going to use that to make sure basically that where we weld our new plate, we're gonna be having reinforcement really close, which should prevent anything happening in here. So that's the idea. We're gonna trim that top edge right there, because right now it's a bit disgusting, but we're gonna try to just flatten it a little bit more so that we can use it, because there's really thick material in here. There's old welds and stuff. We're gonna just flatten that so we can use it when we put our plate in here to weld the plate right there. So that's the main idea here. We have a bunch of little holes in here we're gonna try to fix at the same time, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And same thing here, we're gonna come put our plate next to that, so we're gonna trim that and make sure we have a clean edge to weld to. So there you go, pretty much the idea here. One thing, I don't know how long the stream will be for one specific reason. I forgot to put the battery on the charger last night because I suck, which means we're really low on battery. They are on the charge right now, but we are really low on battery for the grinder. So we might have some metal cutting issue at some point during lunch break, and that's why maybe I will end up the stream sooner if we're having too much of a battery issue. This lunch break, I'm going to the hardware store to buy some more, because they have a special with the Black Friday that is still valid right now. So I'm gonna grab two big batteries like I already had, one that break and the other one that we're using quite a lot, that has quite a good lifespan. And I'm gonna grab one that is even bigger than that, like 50% more capacity on it. So that should be awesome. And with that said, that means I'm gonna have plenty of battery to run Also, now that one has broken, my charger is a 6 battery slot. I can show it to you. Front cam. Because I really love that setup. So if we're coming on the side Ryobi tool, and what I have right here is this battery charger. This is a 6-port battery charger. So now that one of the big one like this broke, basically I just have 3 of them. So I'm gonna buy 3 more, but 3 that are 2 of them being that size and 1 being even bigger. So that's gonna be awesome. And I'm gonna mount that to the wall so it will stop taking place on my freaking workbench. So that's the idea here. So that's gonna be super helpful. All right, so also yesterday we during one of those time where the battery was dead, the batteries, because all of them were dead, we also managed to put the billows on the steering rack, which looked pretty awesome. Now it looks professional. It looks like it was made this way, even though this is Volvo, this is Fiat 500. So pretty amazing. I love when some parts have like standard measurements, so that way a bunch of parts are fitting together. I love it. All right, so let's start right here, and we're gonna start straight away with some welding this morning, which I love. So, because welding is really fun. Let me grab that. That's a piece of broken glass from yesterday. Hey, little 7 inches seal beam. Ugh. So yeah, let's just start that. Dual side. There you go. One thing I'm gonna try this morning, which is nothing new, but just to see if it's really working well. Since we have a shape in here, I'm gonna try to clamp basically the inner side here, probably from that side. Yep. I'm gonna try to go as far as possible and try to clip that in place so that we should bring the two. Yes. See, now here we are pretty much bang on. Same here, we still have a gap, so we might be starting at the top there. In fact, because here, since we have quite a lot of material, that might be a really good spot to start. Oh yeah, since it's thicker. There we go. Now the gap is really small. Maybe I can even go even further on it. Yeah, so we basically have no more gap in here. So that's the first place we're gonna try to weld. And right after that, when this edge is gonna be solid, we're gonna move at the bottom here, try to clamp that. If we have excess, I don't think we will, or clamp it where we were right here, which was pretty much the maximum there. And then we'll see how this behaves. But yeah, the idea is to weld like an inch in here, so that we stiffen everything in there. That's gonna be super helpful. So I'm saying that, but I'm gonna remove the clamp again and try to just put it a little bit more at the back there. There you go. So the gap is still closed, but now I have full access to that. So welding, I'm gonna have to stop the heater. Let's turn on the gas bottle, turn off the heater. It's not too cold this morning in the garage, which is awesome because I hate when it's super freaking cold. That helmet, gloves, and the gun. Go. Gonna have to change that from hand. There you go. So the idea is really to come in here and just basically weld that in that angle here. So I'm gonna go from the top and move my way down about here. So we're gonna do like a big little, well, we're gonna do a little pass at the top, but like about an inch to an inch and a half, something like that. Not gonna lie, I might be cutting quite a lot because the welding smoke is really not doing well on my lungs since I was sick. So yeah, might have a bit of difficulties there. We shall see. Let me bring a plier to cut the end of the welding wires. We have gas. We have that. All right, ready to go. We're starting already with welding this morning. Okay, how is that looking? It's okay-ish. I'm gonna do a second pass. I'm too far on the left side. It's hard to see through that. All right, I feel like it's going into a gap. All right, that seems better. Not the greatest weld though. That's way better. All right, I'm more happy with that weld than the one on top. I'm gonna try to maybe just go back to the top one by removing that now that it's stitched. That shouldn't be moving. And I'm gonna try to maybe just go ahead. I mean, they are stitched, it's not great, but they are. Just the top here that we can. Yeah, just improve like that a little bit. All right, let's move a little bit further down. I'm gonna put that here. Now we're gonna try to clamp that bottom edge there. I guess you can see right now why this is going to be quite strong. Because having that welded from this side and then welded from the other side, that's gonna help quite a lot. So we're not closing a lot of the gap there. So we're gonna try to make that even better with smashing it, basically. I'm gonna use that, a hammer. And what I'm gonna do, like I have a solid rod right here, I'm gonna try to crush. Just like that, and I'm gonna weld the bottom part. So I'm gonna leave a little gap in the middle there because I don't want to have a full weld all the way through for that one. The full weld's gonna be on the other side, and I don't want to keep some strength locked in there that could crack eventually. All right, what's going on with that? Okay. Something feels wrong with how the welder reacts right now.
Hello there.
Hello there, good morning. Hey, what's up, Blue? How you doing, my man? That's not great. Something's wrong with how the welder is acting on that. I think it's too thin and it's going through. So I connected those. It won't be the greatest thing in the world, but for that side, that's okay. But yeah, gonna have to take care from the other side because it seems like material might be too soft. The progress is going pretty well, to be fair. Let me turn off the welder for now. So basically, yesterday we started butchering the frame rail. And by that I mean we basically remove everything crappy about it. And so the car was basically split into on this side here on the driver's side. But now we are putting everything back together. In fact, it was never fully splitted. There was a big metal plate going on top here, which was really poorly welded. And we added that plate first that one of my friends did for me. And after that, yeah, we tack welded that, removed that plate. Now we are reinforcing it from the inside. So we're gonna move now to this side here, where we're gonna be stitching the back end there right in the middle. And after that, yeah, so basically with that done, we're gonna start closing the gap entirely to reinforce the car. So that's pretty amazing. So the frame rail is gonna be back to like having a lot of strength on it. Also, we did another thing yesterday, front cam. We did that, basically that was already in the car, but we just added like the protection on both ends of the steering rack, which looked now like a proper steering rack. So really happy with that. So we removed that to get access to the frame rail, so while being there, might as well work on it. So that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, baby. And on other progression, yesterday I finally reached with my brother, a friend, two friends of mine. We reached, well, they are lower level. I reached level 46 in Tarkov, which means the big weekly quests are starting. That's amazing. Like I got my first one yesterday, the weekly. I have to kill 50 scavs at less than 20 meters on custom, and that's giving me freaking 169,000 XP. It's almost a level at this point. It's crazy. It's really just crazy. It's insane. Nice. Yeah, yeah, you need those weeklies for real. But basically, like 40 to 45, it's like insanely hard to get, because basically a level around 42, 43, 44, it's over 200,000 XP to level up. So you have to do a shitload of things. The weekly quest, well, you need 4 weeklies for that. Well, let's go. You have time to do it. You have time. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. But yeah, I'm really happy with that, and with those quests I'm gonna try to do that weekly, but I feel like if I have a lot of those weeklies I might get close to level 50 before the end of wipe, so that will be insane. Next wipe I think it's gonna be aiming for 50 and or Kappa, depending on how much time I have to put in the game. All right, let's weld the other side there. Dual side. So basically the same thing here. We're going from, I'm gonna weld the middle here. So we're not going, you want to have force in the extremity. So I'm gonna do like half an inch at the top, half an inch at the bottom, depending on how it reacts. And we will see from there. This is welding really well compared to the other side. There you go. Yeah, those welds are amazing compared to the other side. Damn. Oops. Look at those. Point. Fuming. Oh, there's leaves in there. But you're gonna get there, Blue. You're going to get there. It's funny because basically, like my brother and one of our friends just decided that at the end of the wipe, like now, like 2 weeks ago, oh yeah, let's grind some Tarkov, and it's their first time really grinding it, and like they've been managing to go from level 5, not in 2 weeks, maybe more 3 to 4 weeks to be fair, because basically after Extra Life, so we're still in November, so yeah, 3 weeks. In 3 weeks they managed to go from level 5, 5 or 10, something like that, since beginning of the wipe to level 25 right now, 25, 28. They are in that around that level, so that's pretty amazing. Yeah, fair. To be fair, I've learned Street this wipe. So I decided, okay, this wipe I'm going to learn the map I don't know. So I learned a lot of Street in the last month. And I will say I've learned a little bit of Labs, not a lot. I haven't played it a lot because it's hard to play, to be fair. You don't have really a lot of time to play it. You're always on PvP and stuff. But yeah, overall, I did manage to understand it a little bit better. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. That was the main goal. Goal was that getting charming done, which I did. I managed to do one quest I was sure I will never do. It was Punisher Part 4, the one with shoreline kills with scav vest and stuff, and I did it. So it just happened, so that was pretty awesome. I need to grind, to be fair, Shooterborn. But I don't think I will before the end of the wipe. If I had to say one quest I really want to get done, I will really love to try the guide. So the guide will be like one that seems pretty cool. Survive all maps back to back without dying. Interchange is awesome when you really know it. Like, it's really hard if you don't know the map that much, but when you start to understand it really well, it's just awesome. I really enjoyed that map, thanks to Hawk, who basically teach me that map. I just hit the cam again, right? Boom. Beautiful welds. Well done, GG. I'm just cleaning the end of the welder there. But yeah, it's really an amazing map, to be fair. Just need to really get how the underground works, and after that you can go pretty much anywhere you want. Oh yeah, we grounded, that's why it was acting weird. We grounded on the side there. Look, what I mean is that we have marks here that it grounded, so that's why. Hey, that explains it. That's why the welder was acting weird. A bit better, but it's all the stores of a mess. I can't figure out the orientation there. Yeah, fair. On that part, I cannot talk too much because, like, I'm not bad at finding my way around. Street's gonna be the same nightmare for you then, because basically there's so many little corners, little streets, little buildings that finding your way around can be harder. But like right now, I'm just looking at it and I'm like, we are spawning. I can tell you where we are, and I'm like, okay, we need to go that way, because basically last night I tried so hard to grind that rusted key to get the quest, the door done, and basically my main intention was to go to the mall. So no matter where I was spawning, I was like, we're pushing that way, fight, and that was working. And oh, front cam. We are on the Tarkov talk right now. You want to know the most amazing thing from last night? We started with the same gear we ended with. We ran maybe 6 or 7 street raids at nighttime, and we never died. And I had like, we didn't had a big encounter with PMCs, so that's a thing, but we were a 4-man and no one freaking died during that. What the hell? That's insane. That's honestly insane. Oh yeah, that was one of those epic nights. And do you know how it ended? It ended with trying to get in our last final raid and having a connection server lost, server connection lost, and you are with the choice of doing escape from Tarkov, reconnect, or confirm live. And we were like, no fucking way, I'm losing my kit to Nikita this way? Oh hell nah, and we just alt F4 and just leave and just leave the game, but because we were like, nah, fuck it, we're not building another kit. We had the entire night with the same one, fuck off. And in the end, fun fact, we haven't lost anything. Yeah, fair, but I don't know the others, but me, I still have my kit. So we stop it there, and I just realized that I still have my kit on my PMCs. So this is quite fine for me. I'm happy with the outcomes of that. Dual side. All right, so here, ouch, that was my head banging on the Datsun. Here we won't be able to close that gap, for there's no reason, no point in trying that. What we're gonna do right now is actually try to weld a little pass at the bottom here. First of all, I'm gonna try to remove some of the disgusting thing that we put in there. I don't think we will be able to. So yeah, basically there's a little edge. We're just going to try to put a little welding pass, nothing crazy. I'm gonna grab a brush just to try to remove a bit of the schmutz in there. While hitting the cam, of course. So yeah, we can see the edge pretty well there. All right, and with that said, let's just throw a little tack at the bottom there so it stays in place and it is strong. Look, glove to the ground. I repeat, glove to the ground. Let's start with that. I'm gonna try to not hit the cam while welding. Hey, that's a pretty good weld that missed the junction. So I'm gonna just extend it. Hey, that's better. Basically, I was not even on the edge. There, now I'm pretty sure it's hit because I did a 3-pass wide. My first weld was like my aim in Tarkov. Poor. I still hate how that looks back there. I'm gonna try to fix that a little bit. I won't be able to remove that big chunk there, but let's try to just that's better. And now let's try to joint. All right, now I feel like at least it's connected and it looks better, even though we have a big disgusting thing on top. At least the corner itself is really thick and it's really melted in both plates. All right, so honestly, I will say we're pretty much done on this side. Last thing I'm gonna try is to clamp the bottom here. So if I move you back a little bit, pump, 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 pump. Is the camera falling by itself? I can't tell. All right, so the idea here is going to be to press that against the metal plate, like clamp back together and just maybe give it a little bit of a weld at the bottom there, just so we are sure it's connected and in its place. So let's try that. I'm gonna need my clamp that I put back there. So the idea is gonna be to go in here. Since we have a solid side now, I can just go ahead and clamp that back together. Like so. Yep, something like that should do. I just feel like I could be even further down. There you go. Now I'm gonna just stitch it quickly at the bottom there. So I have, yeah, I'm gonna do that, but maybe not on that edge, maybe just under here, because I need to get, to keep that clean for when I'm gonna put the big plate at the back. Let's see. I can put it, in fact, I can stitch it and just grind it if needed. That could be a thing too. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to turn on the welder again. Like a glove. Honestly, it's gonna be such a huge relief to have that finally fixed. Because looking at it, I was like, yep, the car's gonna bend. Like having that so weak in there, it was not feeling great. Ah, shit. Fuck. Those two welds were useless because we are replacing that bottom part there. Yikes. So that was freaking useless. The front one is good here, so it's staying there, but that part here is useless. Whoa. Oh well. Well, guess who's gonna cut welds? He just did. Me. All right, we're pretty much at a point where we are going to need that battery because we need to clean that edge, clean that here, clean that there, and then start working our way around. So yep, maybe we can just go ahead and weld this side. However, I will prefer to probably put everything in place before welding the other part. Because now we're gonna have that coming on top here when everything's gonna be cleaned. So just like that, so we need to make that flat. And we're gonna use that lips here to help us close the gap with, because if we're looking at the big picture there, as you can see, that big hole in here needs to go. There's rust in here, so we're gonna cut that around the chuck tower part here. And then after that, we're gonna be using that edge here to weld the sheet metal to it. So that's gonna help to keep it in place and close the gap. And that's gonna be the last part to put on top here. So first of all, we're gonna be putting the metal plate at the back. And for those who were not there yesterday, I can show you what metal plate I'm talking about. So we're gonna cut in that. So basically putting that here, we are getting right to the edge where I want to weld. And here, that rusty spot here is basically where we have a reinforcement on the other side. So we're really close to that. So we're gonna get the full strength with that here. So we're just going to mark it from the other side. But yeah, that's pretty much how it's gonna be staying in place. So first of all, we're gonna trim the top edge here and make sure we are all good. Oh yeah, Blue, if you're still there, that's also the parts that we got prepared for the car. The reason why we took our time before tackling that down, front cam. This is the parts, like the one I just welded and said I will need to remove because I need to replace that part is exactly this one. So basically I just welded to that edge on the car, but basically this is replacing the edge I just welded. So yeah, we're replacing part of it because all the section over here on the car right now is crushed due to the age, someone who poorly jacked the car off the ground. So yeah, so basically we're gonna be replacing that part that is all disgusting by brand new super solid metal, dual side. All right, so next step, we're gonna be trimming that and trimming probably, yeah, we're gonna trim that, trim this edge, this top edge here, the top edge there, and try to make everything flat. And then we might have to trim a little bit that edge in here just so we can make everything flat, but I won't do it right away because maybe we're gonna be able to use it actually to reinforce our welding from the other side. Also, yeah, so we're gonna do that, trim that. So let's grab the buffer, let's grab a battery, hoping that the battery has a bit of power. It seems to be at the same place it was yesterday when we had quite a bit of battery. Yeah, this lunchtime I'm going to the store to grab more batteries. Like, I'm tired of waiting for it all the time. So I'm gonna do that. All right, time for music for you guys. Loud noise. Did it work? No, it didn't. Lol. Loud noise. All right, so right there, what I just did is basically do a little cut on the first inch over here, just to see how it looks behind that. To be fair, it's not really what I would call pretty, but it's not too bad. Probably that the idea here, if it's working, is going to be to cut the bad weld in here, like all the way here, weld it again, buff it flat, and then add the metal plate on top of it. So this way, what will happen is basically that we will manage to get a clean edge and not like something that looks a bit poopy. Like there's a lot of chunk in there. So if we can get a uniform edge in here by welding it properly, well, we could have a really good edge to weld our new plate too. So knowing we're going right around here, that will mean like everything is reinforced properly. So let's try that and see how it's turning. But yeah, I'm hoping that it's gonna work. Loud noise. All right, my cutting disc seems to be a little bit too short, so we're gonna try to put a new one in. That project cost me quite a lot of cutting disc. Milled surprise. Oh. We'll just remove that. Throw it in the bin. Put a new disc so we're gonna have more reach, because right now was basically just getting on the edge everywhere. Like I was just hitting the buffer and not the actual cutting disc. So yeah, there we go. And I will try with the handle if it's fitting in here. Yes, it is. Loud noise. Sorry. All right, so Okay, what are we looking at here? Pour welding at first, and then at the end that big hole is because I cut a little bit too deep there. We're gonna take our plate again and see up to where it's going. Ba-ding! And so this way, yeah, we need to go just a little bit further. Basically, we're really aiming at that edge here. So we're just going to finish cutting that. So basically here, that's gonna allow us to be quite flat. So that's not a big deal. We might be cutting that, re-welding just that part here because we have a bit of material in there. Leave that hole because anyway, when our plate's going to be on top, we're gonna be able to stitch it with the actual frame rail there. So I think that's a great idea. I think we're gonna be able to like make everything work with that. So let's just cut the little extra centimeter there. Loud noise. All right, so oh, so looking at it right now, that top edge here had some welding that popped it up. So just because it's a bit like it's poorly done, let's say it. So this here, we have a gap, we have a little dent in there. It's not too bad. I think we're gonna be able to leave it this way because now we have like not a 45, but you know, like a bevel in there. So it's not like a right angle. So we're gonna be able to leave it like this. This plate, it was already thin, so we need to take care of that. The plate matching with that on top will really help stiffen that up. So that's the idea here. So that's where we're gonna start from. And basically we're gonna have to clean those welds also just to make the frame rail a little bit cleaner. But yeah, basically we're gonna go and try to weld that. Also, the idea of welding from the inside here, like on that plate right there, is going to be really good if we wanna try to just clean the surface of our welds when we're gonna weld the other side, just to help like make a bit of just to hide the welding on the frame rail, because this is not really legal. So yeah, so basically we're gonna try that. But first of all, let's try to fill that here with welds up to here. So if we can manage to make a flat surface there, like really go deep in there so that we can flat it up again, that will be amazing. So let's do that. Gloves are over here. I'm gonna try to maybe put the camera a little bit higher, like so, and maybe push it a little bit at the back so I have more space to work. There you go. So basically that, and we're gonna use the same glue as the black rectangle at the back there to put on top of our weld. So we're gonna be sealing them first, and second of all, we're gonna make sure they are not too apparent. Like that's gonna help hide them. So that's the idea there. So that let's turn on the welder. And let's try to fill that with a little bit of welds. Clean the end of the wire. There we go. Ouch. It's hard because I cannot like go properly inside the arch. Do you think it was thin over there? I wonder. And I just threw my mic on the ground. That was the pretty light. Let's go. That was my mic going to the ground. That's the bad thing about having a hoodie. Fuck that microphone, yeah. Fuck that one in particular. Hate it. All right, I think I'm gonna try a little bit at the back there, but if it's not working, we might just leave it like this because the plate is gonna be a better solution to try to match that to the top plate. There. That's gonna hold it in place for now, and the plate's gonna do the job. That's like reverse karma. I had such a good night on Tarkov. Well, fuck your equipment this morning. Let me try to put it back on top there. Let's go. Pop-pump. All right, so with that done, let's bring the plate again and see if it's still going flat on top. Almost. We're gonna have to clean that one a little bit, but the idea here might be to just go ahead with that like this. And this way we're gonna be able to close that gap normally because it's metal to metal with like really good, that edge is a bit shitty, to be fair. It really sucks the way I cutted it and the way it was already damaged from welding to it. So since that thing is not too thick, like I feel like that's really going to be the solution, but it's gonna be hard to feel all the way around it. Gonna have to think about it actually. Might have to use, like we have too much metal at the bottom, we might have to plate it. And I might be plating it all the way on top. That could be a solution. Just so it match, and this will be just stronger, so that will be no big deal. And we will just have to, yeah, I feel like I could connect that right on top here, like weld it there and all the way through here with the metal plate and in the corner there, and then leave the front edge exposed and just seal it. Because basically I don't need welding on that side, I just need welding on this side. We'll see, but maybe we can reinforce that entirely. Yep. Okay. So now that means we're gonna have to hold that in place here and probably try to, well, I'm gonna clean up that welding right there. Loud noise. All right, so that was as simple as that. Now I'm gonna be able to just go ahead, do that here, and work. Oh, I know that sound. Ah yeah, ah yeah. Ah yeah, ah yeah. Let's go. What's up? Good morning. Good morning, Hawk. That's a way to cheer me up this morning. I love it. What's up? The what's up right now is I'm doing welding, which is awesome. But at the same time, that's like a big thing to do right now. So that's a bit impressive to do for me. Like, that's not the kind of job I'm usually doing, like a lot of what I'm doing on the Datsun, you will say, but yeah. That's not tight enough. Bam, 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 bam. All right, let's go like that and like this. So yeah, that will be the rough idea right there. So the corner, when we're looking at it, corner here, the worst part is that little triangle there. That's gonna suck. I just went a bit too far with the cuttings there. I should have put a mark, in fact, here for the angle and everything. So I'm gonna be welding that here. Then we're gonna be moving on the top there. And after that, we're gonna be trying to close the gap there. So I'm gonna mark it right now. I'm level this side, I'm level on this side. Pretty sure everything's gonna work on there. I'm gonna grab the last piece here. Yep, that should do. Because right there, yep, that should close pretty well. There you go. That. And yeah, let's just mark that. All right. Oh, there's so much stuff in the chat. I love it. I love it. All right. Let's just, okay, so the idea here is I'm going to mark the pattern at the back there just so I can know what I can trim from the sheet. So this way we're gonna be able to make it look good. That could be an idea to cut that right there, yep. That here could help a little bit. Right, so we're gonna have a little thing to cut, but other than that, we are marked pretty well there. So we're gonna just go from there. On this side, I was talking about maybe like plating the top and merging that to the side there. I think that's gonna be pretty doable. Yeah, that will be something pretty easy to do. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna plate that on top here, and it should help covering a bit of the schmitz in there. So that's pretty awesome. Here the gap is almost all the way close to the bottom there, so we're gonna be able also to weld pretty well on that side here. like both sides. So yeah, that's pretty good. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing there. The top here is really not great. So yeah, I feel like plating it is gonna be the ideal solution there. So we're gonna have a weld going around here and one on top here. So we might be welding this side too, just to reinforce it properly and cover all that up. Hopefully it's gonna not show too much. And what's nice is that from this side we're gonna be able to also, and I'm gonna mark it, we're also going to be able to weld the first few inches. So we are going to reinforce it and have that shoulder I was talking about yesterday. So we're gonna be welded from the inside and then from the outside too. So this is pretty awesome. We love to see that. Here there's quite a gap on this side there. It's like teared apart a little bit, so we're gonna have to take a look at this here. Maybe the plate under it, we're gonna have to weld it first before welding everything, because I can see, yep, quite a big gap. All right, let's take a look. So I can remove that. Marked, everything's marked. Ooh, poop, poop. So we're gonna put that here because we're gonna have to cut it. Then we're gonna put that here because we don't need that for now. And in here, what I was talking about is that I'm gonna trim from the other side a little bit of that thingy there that is a bit cutted and everything. I'm gonna trim just that lips here, and then we might have to push that plate because this plate is thin too, and just tack it to that plate there at the bottom, because right now we have a gap on that corner here. So in fact we might just have to push that to its place, because in fact this is two metal sheets meeting together. Part of me kind of want to maybe just remove that instead. Yeah, like why would I stay with a plate that's not connected to the frame rail? If I just remove it and come here with, let me take a look again. Yeah, I could connect that differently. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut that, in fact, because this here is pretty useless right now, because basically it's not stitched at the top, and neither at the bottom, which means this is really weak, and I'm about to weld that to my plate, so it's only holding there, so that won't help my plate at all. Instead, if I'm removing that, putting my plate on top and welding the corner here, the corner at the bottom there, and then moving along that edge, I'm gonna be way stronger this way. Yep, I feel like that's the call. That's the best idea there. Loud noise. Voice. Oh, it was already in voice. Yeah, I think the handle and everything is in my way. So let's just remove everything. All right, you can see what I'm about to do. Yep, so I'm gonna be removing that plate there. Yes, you can see it pretty well. And let's go. Loud noise. Alright, so you can see why I was saying that was useless. So we have a really thick edge right here that we're gonna use to help us do our thing. Now that I'm looking at it, this seems to be not connected to anything. Oh, it is. Yeah, that front section, it is welded or bolted or something. All right, so that's pretty good. Might be doing just, since it's been modified a little bit, we don't know what happened there. We might be just welding a little bit the back here. So let's try to just brush the rust away a touch. And we are going to try to just tack weld it at the back, because I can see a split there, I can see a line in that thickness there. So we're gonna make sure that this weld is not the only thing holding it. We're gonna hold it from the back and then use it from the other side to weld the top here. So let's brush that top pretty well too. We're gonna use that to weld to the plate we're putting here, and we're gonna also weld that side here on both sides. So we're gonna do 1 inch, and from the bottom the entire thing. So that's gonna be super strong. Also, I'm going to go on the other side and just trim that lips, because I just marked it. It's gonna be easier for us to do a proper weld all the way through. So let's do this. Let's grab the grinder, go on the other side. All right, loud noise. Dual side. All right, that's way better. So with that, our metal plate should be fitting right on top here, which is going to be awesome. So when we're gonna have that put in place, we're gonna also trim that edge, try to weld something in here, like depending on how it's going. So basically, again, big picture, boom, boom. So basically putting the plate, welding from the other side on top here, but first of all, we're gonna be welding that edge here to the metal plate, those corner here to the metal plate, and then we're gonna be able to just weld everything back in place. I'm about to forget also to weld that plate here, so might as well do it right now, because that's gonna be super important. So just doing that, this is a quick weld. I won't put all the equipment on because I'm badass. So see now, that plate cannot go anywhere since it is welded on that corner here and on that corner there. This is going to stay in place for good, without being too intense. So that's pretty cool. That welded super well, by the way. I love when it's thick metal like this. This is awesome. We can see that our metal gauge here is almost the same as that. So this is pretty good, because basically that means it's a proper material for it. And this is thanks to my friend who just told me, yeah, just go with that thing. Also, we can maybe try to weld later on, before plating that, the hole in there, to use it as like a spot hole to just tack weld that in there. We'll see, maybe not a necessity. Front cam. Metal plate, we need to cut that now. Here, I'm just going to remove that part here, because we don't need to play with that for now. I'm saying removing it, I think I'm just going to push it on the edge of those rack. There you go. If it's not looking to go down. Oh, if I had a plasma cutter, man, of course I will be using it, but I don't. I do not. Shame. All right, so I'm just going to clamp that this way and just go and cut it. So that should do the job. However, I could, I don't think it's gonna do it. Because I'm about to order, I think, a TIG welder. So the TIG welder is gonna help me do a custom cooling system, exhaust work, and stuff like that for the car. So I'm planning on maybe ordering that. Also, it could help me modify the fuel tank. So, because everything is pretty much shipped now for the fuel tank. Basically, the idea here, oh yeah, I can go this way then. The idea here is that I'm modifying the fuel tank to no, I don't think I will be a guy I know who's a welder, who did his course for being a welder and everything. He's a professional welder now, still on the junior, I would say, side of it, but still, like, he's doing some amazing job. He just sold his Miller TIG welder to buy something a bit more on the low cost side, so like lower quality, you will say, but he was like, my $2,000, like, no, I think it was $1,500, like $1,500 welder. TIG welder was not able to do aluminum and stuff like that, and the other one is $800, and it can do aluminum, it can do the classic TIG welding things and everything. So he was like, that's that's worth it. And he says that honestly, the only, yeah, that's really a good deal. It's a prime weld TIG 225X, something like that, I think. And basically what he told me is that it's doing the exact same thing. The biggest difference, there's more buttons on top of it, which means there's less automatic thing. You have like more adjustment, but it's like more a pain in the ass to adjust. But he's like, you're watching 2-3 videos on how to adjust that, and you're good. Like, you just try it on scrap metal and everything, and you're gonna understand it. And some of them is just button for like, oh, I'm doing aluminum, so pulse, or I'm doing that kind of material, so do it this way. And it's really just that everything is split in like 12 buttons on top of it. Not 12, I think it's 9 of them. So that's quite a lot compared to that I had 2 buttons in the front, 3 if you consider the power, like the on-off button. So, you know, that's gonna be a bit harder to learn. And another friend also told me that it's really worth it to get a glass cup over your tungsten on the TIG welder, on the torch, because basically the glass diffuser is helping you to see what you're doing while you're doing it, when the pink one that we see most of the time, they are not really allowing you to see what you're doing and everything. So when you try to learn, it's really good to see what you're doing. So yeah, so that's pretty awesome. And basically that's a thing with the MIG welder. The way I learned was looking, when I was welding, and whenever I'm welding, I'm looking at what is happening. Like, what I'm looking with my eyes, it's the puddle and how it penetrates the material. If I see the puddle is staying on top, I know that I don't have enough heat on the welder. If I see that it's popping, well, that's maybe my wire speed, that's not great. If it's like digging hole through the material, my heat is too high. So basically that's the main thing you have to know about MIG welding. But apparently TIG welding is a whole other world, and that's something I never tried, so we'll probably learn that on stream. The only thing I know about TIG welding is that it's way slower than that. Exactly, Blue. So that's the idea there. And yeah, compared to a MIG welder, it's really more slow, which I'm okay with it. And the thing I'm the most afraid of is that the fitment. You cannot fill a gap with the TIG welder the way you will do it with a MIG. So basically right now I just fill a few holes and everything. Fitment with like tube and stuff like that, exhaust part, you need to be on point. It needs to be as flush as possible because you don't want to be filling some gap with the TIG welder. You really want them to fit nicely. And honestly, some people, and that's insane, I think do they call it? I don't remember how they call that type of welding, but when the fitment is so good between two parts, you can use it's fuse welding. You can use the TIG welder just to fuse weld this, which means you're not adding material. When you're having such a great fitment, you can basically just melt it all the way through like stitching, and you're gonna get like a nice weld by just basically tacking it, which is amazing. I think it's not recommended for any part that receive a lot of stress, but like for intercooler piping and stuff like that, you can do it because basically you have a bit of pressure in it, but it's not like moving or shaking a lot. So I think, I might be wrong on that, but I think it's something that you can do. All right, time to cut that metal plate there. So basically here, if I'm looking at it, I have to take care of here. I have a slight wave. I'm gonna bring the webcam. But yeah, I have a slight wave that I need to respect to follow that. But here at the top, I just trim the lips, which means I can go in a straight line. I'm surprised how long that battery is lasting, but now that I said that, look at how it's gonna die while I'm cutting that plate. All right, let's do this dual side. Dual side. There you go. Camera. So we can see the line. There's a big light speck on there, but you can see the line, so I'm gonna be cutting through that. So yeah, the only thing, like I said, I need to respect is that little wave at the beginning here, but otherwise that's a straight line. I don't have to care about that here. In fact, I'm even going to use a ruler and mark that again, so I'm going in a straight line there and not guessing the straight line. See, attention to details. Now I know exactly where I need to be. And that's usually where I'm skipping steps and messing that up. So that's, honestly, on that project, that's the biggest thing with me. Taking the time to make things accurate, like be accurate, be precise with measurement and everything to make everything work. Let's go. Loud noise. Loud noise. I told you, oh, the battery's doing good on us. Battery dies instantly. Oh, fuck off. But honestly, it lasted way longer than I thought. It's already 11:05 and it was doing great. So those batteries, those small ones, had time to charge. This one should be good for the entire thing. No jinx. Loud noise. right, so this is done, cut it. Now let's just grab the airline and try to clean the edge of it all the way around. And we mark the spot we need to clean also in the inner side, so we can basically weld that in place. Whoop. And weld the inner side. Loud noise. All right, sounds great, Blue. See you later, alligator. Hey, hey. All right, that was so bad. So we have a plate. Now what do? We test fit it inside the car. Front cam. Front cam. There we go. Poop. Poop, 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 poop. Let's go. Progression. All right, so the idea here is gonna be to do that. I can put you in here, in fact. I think you won't be too much in the way. And I'm gonna bring the plier again. Dual side. There you go. So now you have the gap there. Let's see how good it fits. So I'm gonna be opening up the C-clamp just to clamp in place the plate. It should barely fit in there. When open, no, in fact when closed, it should not fit just yet in there. So that when I had, there you go, that should be fine. And now the idea was to go this way, so that when I'm in here, we are all mounted flush everywhere. And more importantly, at the bottom there, so that I feel like I'm gonna be able to clean that a little bit at the bottom here. Let me just take a look from the other side. Yeah, I feel like I might be able to But this here I need to take care of because like I said, I'm gonna need to replace that here. So before welding that, I need to cut those welds I did earlier because otherwise it won't going to fit pretty well. And on top here, I have quite a huge gap, to be fair, between the plate we added. Please don't follow me. I'm gonna be tightening that up. There we go. Okay, I can close the gap from under it, from the under side of it. So that shouldn't be too bad. So I will be able to stitch that at the bottom there and then move up. So not too bad. So right now, what I'm seeing here is that I'm gonna be able to trim that little teeth right there I did. So the little curvy thing, I can just remove it entirely because basically I'm gonna be fitting to that. And after that, we're gonna be replacing that bottom part there. So I can just go ahead, remove that. And I'm gonna be also cutting those two welds I did here because we won't need those. They are in the way. Front cam. So right here on the bench, I'm gonna remove the plate that we don't need here. Gonna grab the marker, gonna grab also a ruler, and just make sure we are going in a straight line again here. I think I'm gonna also take out the other clamp so that I have the one properly adjusted in the car, like for the car, and one for the workbench. That's gonna be a bit more logical. So there's the way I can just come in here, do that, do this, do that, boink, and I'm clamped. And now I have the other one already adjusted for the car. Big brain, 5 heads. Loud noise. All right, so now the plate is clean. Like I said, I'm gonna be able to clamp it from the bottom and dual side. There you go. So basically I'm gonna be matching it to that edge here. So I'm gonna be clamping it. I feel like it's gonna be a touch curvy towards the inside, which is not that bad because here basically it's okay to do that. And yeah, so we're gonna do that. I feel like I might have to trim that edge. I just don't know exactly how I can expect it to match with that here. So if I'm putting that in here, like we have a gap at the bottom, I don't know if I want to keep that or not. Here we're pretty good to match everything on the top there. So I mean, that could work pretty well. And that here with that there, like yeah, you can see the big picture right there. So the idea is that, and that. I just need to make sure I try to fill that gap right here so it fits better. So I feel like I need to trim that a little bit more and maybe trim the top of that a little bit more, just so I can use that to tack weld it. The real corner here is gonna be welded to that here, so that plate's gonna be stitched there and also at the back there, which is good. And then we're gonna be able to put that plate here on top and make sure it's fitting well too, because this is supposed to go right there. Let me check on the other side also what it looks like. So I'm gonna put that on the hoist right now and go inside the engine bay. So here, this is fitting really, really well. I can feel I'm scratching on that, so I'm definitely removing a bit of material at the back here, but this is really fitting good on top of the frame rail here. I'm gonna be marking the top also before putting that, just so I can remove a bit of paint. This is crushed toward the inner side there, so I don't know if I'm not just cutting that, smashing it back in place so I can use that shoulder to fit with that plate instead. And that will be pretty good, I think. Because here we have, there's one plate I won't be able to stitch from the inside then. So I have to decide which one. And I will say, seeing what I'm seeing now, this being a bit thinner than anything else, because basically this is a C channel with a back face added to it. So I feel like I'm gonna be switching my idea here. I'm gonna make sure everything fits, but after that, once the box is pretty much closed to be once this is closed and everything's fitting well, I'm gonna be removing the plate here and just weld the inner side here and here to the back side of that and then cap it. Because this is my main structure, which is facing towards the inside. That back plate here is just going to reinforce, but I think it's less of a big deal if it's not stitched to from the inside, it's just from the outside there. Yup. And I need to decide what I'm doing with that corner here, because I fuck it up a little bit there. But like I'm saying, this is the back plate, so I just went a little bit too deep into the C channel. Because it's turning, that's why. I just saw it, it's turning. It already has been cutted and then it turns. So yeah, I fuck it up, but I fuck it up because of this. All right, shit happens. So yeah, I'm gonna cut that from the inside here and make sure everything is flat. Flatter society. Loud noise. Alright, so I'm about to lose the mic again. Let's fix that. Alright. So here, where did it went? I don't see where my little part went, but hey, did it fell to the bottom there? Maybe? Don't think so. You might have seen it. I don't. So see, this is what I meant by this being crushed. Now I'm just going to trim a little bit the end there. Like so. And then just trying to make it flat without bending it too much. And now if I try from the inside again, hello. That's gonna be way better. No, it's not flat. Let me try to put that back. Like to flatten up. There you go, that's better. That's way better. I just think I went again a little bit too far, but I can offset that plate a little bit and it won't matter. There you go. So that I still need to. All right, so I'm gonna have to crush that together, but that's something I'm gonna be able to do with a C-clamp. So I feel like I could be tacking that in here. But first of all, let's just try with our other plate we did. Where did I put that plate? So, oh yeah, on the hoist, that's what I said. So that, there we go. So the only thing I'm a bit worried about is the gap I had on top there. I need to make sure I'm not having too much. Feel like that's gonna be a good in-between. And if I'm trying to hold that together, oh yeah, the pliers is really far, so let's just do that for now. Do this, do that. So if I'm trying to close that gap, I don't think there's gonna be any perfect fit for that, but I do think that here we are pretty good. There you go. If in here I'm applying another pressure, we can see that this is closing pretty well. We might be able to smash that a little bit towards the inside and weld that also. So let's just try it, see if it's working. Yes, it is. So this we could be closing that gap pretty well, I think. And then that means we would have something plated and pretty good. Because here everything looks great. I can pretty much put everything in place. I could stitch that. Stitch it from the inside on top here, and now I just need a plate on top here. Because it's not looking pretty on that side too. So if I'm bringing my residual metal plate here, damn, this is pretty good. I can pretty much go ahead and weld that right there. I can even go like this way or that, depending on how thick the weld is here. I'm gonna be able probably to put that here and cover that hole, and then I'm gonna be all right. And I'm probably going to, oh wow, this is pretty much bang on where I need to be to go to the back towards the footwell. So yeah, I'm gonna be plating the top here entirely with what we have left in metal. So that's pretty awesome. So we're gonna be able to weld the entire box, like the entire C-channel on top here, and then go ahead and put a top plate to cover it, and we're just gonna have a small triangle at the back here to cover up, which we're gonna try to do with something. We'll see. We will see. But so far, so good. All right. So. If we're planning this really well, I'm removing the top. I'm marking that, removing the top, cleaning the metal so I can weld to it. Same thing here. I need to make sure here I have a line to know where I'm going to weld, and then here I'm cleaning a little bit more that edge. After that, we're gonna be pretty much ready to weld that all together. Same at the bottom there. And we're almost done with that. Cool. All right, let's mark and let's clean. Where's the marker? I had it over there. Pom, 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 pom. Hola! Tu m'enverras ta commande de Tim pour que j'aille ça sous la main quand je veux aller faire ça. Alrighty, you lovely girlfriend. Sending you that. Alright, people talking to me. I don't care. All right, girlfriend, I got carried away with something. Oh, Flo, you still in here? Flo, t'es-tu encore là? Allô? Oui, ok. Toi, envoie-moi ta commande. Parce qu'au fond, je vais aller acheter mes batteries ce midi. C'est décidé parce que là, j'en manque tout le temps, tout ça, tout. Fait que envoie-moi ta commande, puis je vais m'occuper de ramener à la bouffe. Le temps que j'aille chercher mes batteries, tout ça, probablement que... C'est ça, fait que le temps que j'aille chercher mes batteries, tout ça, probablement que tu vas être bien avancé de ton côté. Puis ensuite de ça, je vais ramener ça. Fait que d'après moi, midi 45, 1h, je vais être revenu avec ça. Non, Tim. Still some Tim Horton. Come on. The girl asking for the stars when I propose her something to help her gain some time in her day. Yay! I feel like I could trim that and just move the plate a little bit. Because that gap's gonna be a bit tough to fill in there. Yikes. Party pooper. Hey, that's me. Alright, I was about to mark some stuff with a pencil that I have in my pockets now. Because I got distracted by a little friend. There. So that's marked. I'm gonna be able to pretty much just clean that up there. And then I said same thing on the other side. These are already clean from yesterday. I don't know how good or bad that's gonna be though, because that's gonna be hard to stitch together. The weld, the gap is pretty thick in here. So we're gonna see how good or bad it's gonna be, but at least if I can just weld the top there with the plate and everything. Worst case scenario, we're welding top and bottom a little bit, and then we're just going to apply some sealant in between. That's not going to move anyway. Not surprised. Not surprised. Elle doit goûter l'aspartame ou le sucralose ou whatever, genre ce que c'est, à côté. Alright, removing that. And let's clean that up. Ugh. Sais-tu comment ça? Je m'en doute parce que j'ai juste pris la même cuillère que j'ai genre goûté rapidos la mousse de lait pour brasser mon café, puis ça l'a goûté instantané. J'étais genre démoli. Mais je me disais que toi, tu le goûtais pas mal moins, fait que j'étais là, wow, loose, mais pas tant que ça finalement. Alright, let's clean that edge. Hoop. Loud noise. right, so lacking a bit of air in the compressor, I think. So we're gonna use another thing. We're gonna use that to finish cleaning that edge, and then we're gonna be good to go and start welding that in place. Honestly, I will be super happy if we are done with that this morning. Oh, Flo, still in there? Seul truc qui peut arriver, c'est que je dépasse un peu pour finir ça. Sachant que j'ai une job en fin d'après-midi pour des amis, peut-être que je vais skip le stream d'après-midi pour préparer le tout. Oh! Alright, ok. Fait que c'est ça, vu que j'ai la machine à pneus. Because yeah guys, basically this afternoon I'm gonna be doing some more tires, but like probably not on stream because it's at the beginning of the evening. So we'll see, but I might be going a bit longer this morning just to finish that part there. Well, all good. C'est correct, Flo. On a des chips et des bonbons dans la maison. Hey hey! Quoi que des bonbons, sûrement plus beaucoup. Hein? Alright. But yeah, so basically I'm gonna be probably trying to finish that up, and if it's a bit too late, I'm gonna just go straight to the store, buy the batteries and everything, and prepare my evening job to do some like 4 tires. To switch tires on the wheels, and in the meanwhile I'm gonna be mounting my charger on the wall, so I might be skipping the afternoon stream depending on where we are at, but I want that thing here to be done this morning. So yeah, loud noise. All right, so we're done with that. Everything's prepared in here. So, what else? Can we already bend that towards the other side of it? No, I don't think we can. I would really love to take that plate and push it back. I just don't know if I have any leverage power on it. I don't think I do. Maybe I'm wrong if I'm going this way. Yeah, no, it's prying on that. It won't be prying on the right spot. Because basically that will be amazing to already pop it out. So I don't have that big of a gap to clean there. But I don't think that's really, oh, maybe from the inside actually. From the hole we did, that was all planned for doing that job, right? Oh no, we are hitting on stuff above, master cylinder and stuff. All right, so it seems like that's gonna be it. Let's put the top plate here, tack weld it in 3 different spots. So that corner at the back, so both corners at the back, that one here, but on the vertical slide. Then we're gonna push that in place with a clamp, weld the inner side here for the shoulders, same on this side here, and after that we're gonna be able to put the plate on top. So basically I'm trying to make sure everything's going to its place by just tack welding the outer side, and then if I need to, I'm gonna be removing stuff from like just cutting the parts I don't need. But yes, so far I don't think that's gonna be a big deal because we took our time to validate what we were doing. So there we go. So the idea here is to basically match that and that here. So this way, when I'm gonna be putting the plate in It's gonna be fantastic. In fact, I'm gonna put the plate in place for clamp, like for tack welding this part, just so I'm really sure everything is lining up. So the plate is over there. It's getting cold in here because bad electricity makes it a bit cold, because I need to connect the welder in the same plug for the heater. So when I'm welding, no heater, which is not the greatest, if you ask me. There. Ow. Felt like my finger just got caught in something I was not expecting. A bit higher, we close the gap a bit more. Like that. There you go. So this here is gonna be perfect for welding that in place. I'm gonna be able to push that after that. So yeah, I'm gonna be tack welding the back here. So let me do that. I think I'm gonna be good. Is the nozzle good? There's quite a big chunk in there, so let's remove that. It's cool that I just grounded at the front, so then I don't have to move my ground all the time and it's not in my way. So basically I just have to go with that. I just hit the helmet. All right, welding. All right, so this is just tacked in place, just a few little stitch so that I can remove this plate and work on this side. So the idea here is to basically push that plate right on top. Now I'm gonna use, in fact, the clamp. Let's use the other one, since we have one that's already adjusted for that plate there. So, like I said, the idea is to clamp that here to the top so that we're gonna have a strong and well-aligned spot there. If it's possible to, damn, that seems to be really strong. Right, that's less than ideal. What's going on in here? I don't like what it is doing actually. So let me just release that. And I think we're gonna cut that corner there, because I really don't like how it's. All right, let me just attach that here. Loud noise. And of course, I don't have a good access to that side there. Oh, maybe from this side. Actually, yeah, loud noise. All right, so that seems better. Now we're gonna try to clamp that again, but that way, yes, that's way better. This way right now, both sides like this can go in an angle and everything, so that's gonna help it quite a lot. So we're just going to make sure we are as flat as possible in there. There we go. So I'm gonna be able to stitch the front and stitch the bottom there. The gap is not too bad. Everything seems pretty good there. So yep, I think I can send it with that from the inside here, and we're just going to have to take a look on the other side there. So let's throw a bit of weld in there. Let's go. Oh, camera is now over the gun. Sorry for that. Over the airline. All right, let's go right at the bottom there. I'm gonna take time to put the gloves for that one, because I feel like I'm gonna burn myself if there's a splash getting on my hand. You know, something called gravity. There you go. Now let's just clean the nozzle, because I saw a big drop of melted metal fall in there. There you go. That's better. Now with that done, I should be able to remove that. Yeah, boy. We saw it release a little bit, so I might be clamping it a little bit stronger even, and just try to go and tack weld that in place so it doesn't move anymore. That's too hard. It's acting weird. I feel like the clamp is not doing a proper job. There we go. That's better. Maybe I can even tack weld that. Just a tiny stitch here. Like so. Hopefully I haven't stitched the clamp to it. Right here. Now can I just go ahead and do that? If this is working, we are gravy. And I think it is, because now the gap here at the front is really thin. Ouch, that's hot. Yep, we're gonna be able to do a really good welding pass here. It's acting super good. It's reacting like we want. Hey, Paul, let's go. Paulins, let's go. What's up, my man? What is up? So, from here, there, we are now at this corner there. Whoopsie. Sorry for the miss camera. I'm just trying to give you an angle on where we're going now. So basically, yeah, that's pretty good. Faut forger pour être forgeron, faut pas sacrer la cam à terre pour être un streamer. So basically, we're going at the top there. And we just mess it up. That one is welding so bad. Don't look at this. That side, I don't know what's up with it. It's not welding well. Like everything else is doing great, and that side there, I don't know if it's too rusty or something, but it's really the inner part there. Nothing's working. Gonna try again. Whoops, sorry. Well, all right, that's a bit better. At least it's going to be stitched, but yeah, it's not reacting well. Paulins qui arrive au pire moment pour voir une des pires welds possibles. Let's go. Le sens du timing qu'ils disent. All right, let's do this, that. There we go. So now we should be good to apply the plate on top here and stitch that in place, because basically everything from the inner side is now done. So if we're just applying the plate and welding that, it should be pretty good. I'm gonna try to add maybe just a tiny bit in the corner there, a little bit of welds. Question is it going to handle 600 HP? See how good that is compared to the other side? That's crazy. So there you go, that shouldn't be in the way of the plate. Speaking of the plate, let's put that in place now. So the plate is gonna go right on top here. There you go. So same thing, we're just going to stitch that, tack weld it for now, and then we're gonna do a full pass on it. All right, I think we're even going to be able to turn up the heat eventually. Because this is welding so great compared to that rusty metal there. So we're pretty much there with the plate on the frame rail. Why is the camera so sideways? feels like it's only sideways. All right, so now plate is almost in place. I'm gonna see if the gap is good at the bottom. Not bad, I feel like I can make it even better. So I'm gonna close that on one edge. There you go. And I'm gonna be, again, just doing a stitch weld, just trying to tack it in place. Then we're gonna move to the other side, and when everything's gonna be in place. And I think I just, oh no, I thought I just welded the clamp with it. There you go. Would you imagine if I didn't have the hoist? The hoist that I almost didn't buy at the beginning of summer because I was too cheap for it, and I will be doing that on the ground. That will suck so bad. See ya, man. Ow. I burned myself today to see if I still feel. All right, well, that's something. If I have puddles in the nozzle because I'm doing it upside down. Wait for it. There we go. Bam. Now, pretty much everything is stitch welded there. So now we can go ahead and, oh, I just hit that and make it flip, so yay. You haven't seen a thing? Well, guess what? It's my fault. Okay, that like this, that like that, and like that. There we go. Now I can stitch that at the back here. Right. Should be able to do pretty much the same thing here. And now I'm looking right there in the middle. Can I apply enough force on that? I think I will. Yep, I'm closing the gap actually. Let's keep going. There. Then from the top again. just clear that. Clear the edge here. All right, that did kind of work. We close a little bit more. Nothing that I won't be able to feel after that. Why is there so much wire there? Let's go. Whew. Getting somewhere over the rainbow. How big is the gap? Not that much. There you go. So everything is stitched there. All right. Hey guys, we are almost done. Time is it? 12:02. Gonna be time for lunch, not too long. But I want to get that done. So we're gonna have to work our way here on how to make that plate. But other than that, we're pretty much okay to weld everything for the box itself. All right, are we ready for that? Front cam. Dual side. There you go. So basically the plan is now we're gonna try to go ahead and weld the entire thing in here, and then the middle there. And so we're gonna be able to move. Fun thing is we can see hot spot here, which means we did went through the metal, so that's pretty good. So now we're gonna grab everything. Ow. And I just killed you guys. I'm gonna grab that and I'm gonna bring it on this side, and we're gonna start welding the main part of it. Yep, I pretty much did kill you. Hello there. The camera did a 360 no scope. All right, is that good now? Yes, it is. So like I said, the idea here, going all the way through that. So let's grab that. Let's do this. And that one, we're gonna try to make some real good welding pass. So the back here, there's quite a big gap, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to do a real good pass. Front here, pretty sure it's gonna be awesome. So let's try to just stitch weld the back there first and then move our way around. So we're gonna do the top here, then go to the other side, because we're gonna try to make sure the heat is going from side to side. All right. So that first corner there went pretty well. So we're gonna just move along the edge here. That's cool. So that's looking like a pretty good weld. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side here. So I'm gonna start by stitching the corner and then move my way to all right, that's one of the prettiest weld I've done so far. So I don't know if you can see it. There. It's really pretty, seems quite even for the puddle, the travel and everything. So really happy with that one. All right, let's keep going. There we go. So now we've done that, I'm gonna move and try to do maybe the bottom here. So like I said, trying to spread the heat. Yes. Oh, wait a sec, guys. Someone's knocking on the door. Je suis pas muté. Oui.
Là, tu veux-tu que je prenne la Fit ou la Mazda pour. C'est la Fit est derrière.
Tu peux tasser la Fit puis prendre la Mazda si ça te dérange pas. C'est pas très long. Ok, bye. Big question from Flo. Which car am I taking? All right, so I just basically did a huge mess on the nozzle here. However, the welds are okay. They are not the best, they are not bad. Let's say that. I just see one place where there's a bit of a hole. So I'm just going to make sure it's clean. There we go. That's better. Another bit of a puddle on the nozzle. There you go. All right, so bottom edge is done. Well, almost, because I still have one corner. There we go. I don't know why it is causing a lot of puddle to drip inside the nozzle of my welder gun. Maybe it's because I'm welding too fast on the wire speed. I don't know exactly what's causing that. But hey, so far so good. All right, so from there, I'm gonna be probably moving around here and trying to weld that edge, or maybe go a little bit on top here. So let's go. That's a big weld, that should be fun. that's hot. Yeah, that one is really fun. I feel like it's staying a little bit too much on top. I could be trying putting more heat, but I'm afraid that more heat will mean more chance of going through. Let's try it. Well, more heat does work. It does actually work. It won't work for the old frame rail to the new one, but it's working for new to new. Even though this is more even though. Let's do this. Let's do that. All right, I'm gonna move to the bottom here, I guess. Is this one done? No, I'm gonna do that under edge there because I hate those, so might as well do it right away. Yeah, that's pretty good. That one went super well. Allô? Ah, sera pas là. Again, the girlfriend. All right, be right back. Yes.
Je vais laisser les clés de la Mazda. Je vais pas le choix de prendre la fuite, la Mazda part.
Cool.
Donc, batterie à l'air de vide, oui, ça met toute lumière dans le dash, au niveau, flasher.
Ok, on va essayer mon starter pack, I guess. Okay, good. Bye. All right, so one car is not starting. Yay! So, let's keep going. All right, so everything's still good here, yep. So now we're gonna move at the top there and move our way downtown. Moving my way downtown, ba-dam, bam, bam. Right. right, we're getting somewhere with that. That's pretty good. Actually, pretty good. Doing the one here now. Hey, yo, how good is that? Pretty good. Not gonna lie, I'm happy with that. I'm not ashamed to show that one. Right, let's do it on top. I feel like the D setting was more consistent. Okay, it's just not penetrating as much, but it's not bad. Like, I might be able to smooth that out. It shouldn't be a big deal. Hey, our C channel is pretty much all done. Yeah, boy. I'm gonna go ahead and weld that. There you go. So we have a full-on welded box there. Let's go. Now we can move to the other side and weld the other edge on the box. Front cam. Front cam. There we go. I'm gonna move you guys to here. Ba-da-da-ba-da-da-ba-da-da. Am I able to do that? Dual side. Dual side. There's a bit of smoke in here. All right, so let's do that edge. This one, since we have a corner bending and everything, I think I can trust going in E setting. Do we have a huge gap anywhere? Nope. Yep, pretty sure E setting's gonna do it just fine. So maximum temperature. I'm gonna be moving from that one to that one. Let's go. Is it too hot? Because it's dripping a lot. But penetration seems good. It's dripping a lot on the ground. So I don't feel like it's doing what it's supposed to do. I'm gonna go on D. Back on D setting. Try that. That sounds better. That feels better. go, that's way better. Might redo a little pass on top here. That's good. That's pretty good. Let's go. Smoky. All right, so now I'm gonna do the bottom edge there, which I hate because being under it is not feeling great. I'm trying to find the best position I can have for that. I feel like here might be not too bad, actually. I did 2 passes in 1, which is not the best, because that means I did something wrong in the first one, but it did the job. So I'm probably going with a few different passes like this between stitches, which is going to help to be more consistent, I guess. Need to take care to not burn myself. I honestly don't know if I'm doing something wrong for when I'm welding from underneath the part there. Because it feels like I am, because it's not going in really well. Because you know gravity. Alright, I'm gonna guess one thing. Let me guess that I'm putting too much wire so it doesn't have time to get inside there before it does a really big and thick like puddle, so the puddle is dripping. So I'm gonna reduce the wire speed by almost 50%, more 30%, and see how it behaves now. Well, that's kind of not enough speed now, I guess. But it kind of have reduced the amount of puddles I'm dropping to the ground. But also it reduced the heat I'm getting there. So that's not great. That one I'm gonna have to clean it so bad. So this one is not great looking, but it is strong. We're gonna have to just clean it up eventually. Going back to that corner there now. We're gonna go and do that one. Hopefully it's gonna be as good as when I try to. A gap. Yeah, that one's gonna be really easy to cover up. Let's go. And now the only place we're missing, love the fact that it's fuming through here. Only place we are missing is right at the front there. So that here, that edge, and then we're pretty much done. So let me do that. That edge might be a bit tough to do. I'm gonna have to be gentle with it. Not the greatest, not the worst. At least it is stitched together now. Ow. So yeah, frame rail done. Almost. We're missing one plate on top. Like we're missing one reinforcement plate on top here, but overall that's pretty good. So this here is gonna be super easy to blend. We're gonna have to clean up that one, and that one might have to re-weld a little bit through it. Just gonna depend on how they turns out to be when I'm buffing them, just because I cannot let that looking like this. All right, let me turn off the welder for now. Turn off the gas because we're gonna go away for a while. It's smoky. So yeah, so basically right now that's really not bad at all. And overall now we have something that looks way better than it used to be. So from the inside, let me take another look. Yep, we're pretty much there. I can see the heat went through. I can see that everything's looking quite great. So this is going to be pretty decent. Gonna have to take the brush, remove a bit of the little schmutz that went through here due to welding. Yeah, the bottom edge is the worst. Because right here everything's is looking quite good. I'm gonna send a picture to my friend who did the parts and who's also a welder. So much smoke in here. Let's try to ventilate ourselves a little bit. You're gonna hear a bit of noise. It's already cold in here. Well, I'm gonna open up the door a little bit. Just to help us. That's some ATV parts. Well, because I'm working on an ATV on my spare time, because yeah, I have a lot of it, you know. All right, that's gonna help clean the garage a little bit. All right, I'm sending that to my friend. I want to see how it's. I want to have his comments on that. All right, so sent him. He's gonna roast my welds, I'm pretty sure. Hey, Raminta! Hello there, lady. How you doing? It's been a while. Maybe because I haven't been streaming for freaking 2 weeks. Maybe more, who knows? All right, let me turn the fan back off. Ugh. How you doing? It's okay with that. It's not you, it's me. I've been basically like I've took a week off to prepare the 25-hour stream we did for raising money for kids, and after that I was like Yeah, we did that. Then I took another week because I was dismantling, like removing everything from the house and everything. Like it was, and I was just destroyed from the 25-hour. My girlfriend got sick. Then the week after, I got sick because of her. And there we are. So it took me like basically 3 weeks to come back to the Datsun again. So that's pretty insane. But we're back on it. We received a bunch of parts, and oh my god, I hope you haven't did the same mistake I did. Front cam. Front cam. Basically, I did one freaking mistake. Never go on car parts website during the Black Friday. Whoopsie! Credit card is not happy, but I am. So yeah, basically we did buy pretty much everything we were missing for the Datsun in the like major parts. All the fuel system is ordered, big brake kit and coilovers. Everything. Oh, and LSD differential upgrade too. So cha-ching. So yeah, that cost a lot, but that was basically everything we were planning to buy for next summer, and everything was 20% off. So what do you think I did? MasterCard, Visa, MasterCard. Use all of them. Oh, yikes. Yikes, yeah. I mean, that was planned in the project, just not right now, because I thought priorities were something else. But yeah, you know, when there's 20% off, I won't wait until next year to maybe get something like, not dirt cheap, but like that much of a deal. And that's really if the prices are not going up, because everything's going up right now. They already went up. So I was like, yeah, nah, let's go buy it. Custom parts for a Datsun, not a chance. All right. He didn't reply, so maybe he thinks my welds are bad. Oh. No, mental health needs to go up. Is that because the Civic is stored for the winter? If so, you need a better winter beater. Do some thick drift. All right, you want to roast my welds? I think they are not too bad. We repaired the gap in the frame rail. Look at this. Dual side. Dual side. There you go. Boom. There was a big hole in here, looking like, wait a sec, gonna do a before after with a picture from the cell phone. So that's gonna look shit on stream, but who cares? Let me take a look. Where is it? So we went from that. Is it not too bad looking? Yeah. We went from that big gap here to that. That's pretty decent, I think. So health in a Civic, not that you told about it. And it really might be a thing. I really thought it grew legs and went for a holiday without me. Damn. Hey, yay! Because I know your dad is a welder, so I'm like, she's gonna roast me. But no, honestly, I'm really happy with that. And yeah, I mean, we closed a freaking big gap there that was really not something decent to get 600 HP in that car. So now that feels like a pretty solid, good looking. We're gonna be cleaning and hiding the welds a little bit, because basically I really need that to be subtle, because in Quebec we don't have the right to weld on a frame rail. But a car being that old, I cannot do something else than that, right? And because someone butchered the frame rail, I won't throw the car away because of that. So we're just going to work with it and like freaking hide it. No, okay, you know what? if you feel responsible because you think you put pressure on me, you're not putting a negative pressure. Like the main goal of this project is to be. You went into an ad, right? Or you have turbo and you're okay with the ads. Oh, okay, because I saw the ad break starting. Basically, yeah, you're not putting negative pressure because basically the whole thing with that project was to go ahead and push myself to be more precise in what I'm doing. Like, don't go a bit redneck and just butch the stuff. So I really want that to be quite good quality work and everything. So basically, since I know what you have done with your Civic, I'm like, hey, if she tells me that's not good, I'll be like, oh yeah, why? And I just want to understand because I'm pushing myself to be to put that project to the best that I can do right now. Like I want it to be the best, like basically a showcase of what I can do and manage to do. So yeah, and here we go, front cam. That's gonna be the other part of it, because basically the bottom of the frame rail is smashed, so we're gonna be replacing that with these parts that one of my friend did. So basically he did that for me. I took all the measurement. He never saw the car, so that's test fitting. That's gonna be adjustment. It should work, but we don't know if it's going to work perfectly. So that's something we're gonna have to take a look on in the next few days, basically. We're already Wednesday, so. Yeah, basically, and that's the thing in everything. Like, I'm doing some racing and everything, and basically I have people I'm looking up to right now, because if you don't, you're just staying right there. Like, I could be, oh, okay, I won 3 years in a row the local championship. I'm good, that's it. I'm not trying to improve. No, that's not the point. Now that I beat everyone locally, now I'm looking for provincial, I'm looking for nationals, I'm looking for US, because that's what we did this summer. And now I see where the goal is, like how kick-ass people can be, and I'm like, I want to be one of them. So that's the idea. Just like that car, I see people all over the internet doing crazy projects, and I'm like, bitch, I want to be one of them. Yeah, but unless, I mean, I guess men's are kind of doing that too, but maybe not on the beauty standard, more on the life goal and achievement, I will say. Like, I don't think boys are doing that the same way women's do, but I think we both doing it on a different level. Sounds great, sounds great. Anyway, I'm about to leave, to be fair, Renata, so it's all good. What are you playing right now? Are you still on Apex? I think you were on Apex a few months ago. All right, so this is good, this is good, this is pretty much done. We have a bit of a hole to do there. That is still hot, but no more smoke, which means I can leave it there. That's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna push that back a little bit. So we're gonna be pretty much up there for that. I'm gonna be able to close the garage door because it's freaking cold in here. Because it is freaking winter. Let's do that. There's a bit of snow that just crushed under the door, but the motor just went kaboom. So this is done. I don't know, my friend, did he answer me? I want his answer to know. Oh. He just answered that it's looking really good, and I'm like, you don't have to be too gentle on me. You can tell me if something's wrong. All right, I just told him like, roast me. Honestly, looking at it right now, I feel like MIG welding is like, that's pretty easy to do, to be fair, to learn. However, I still have difficulties most of the time when I need to weld on an edge that's facing downward. And also, I feel like my best welds are always those that are vertically, and I'm usually bringing the puddle up with me. I'm not even working with gravity, or even when I'm using gravity, like those are doing just fine. And I have a bit of difficulties when it's on the top edge there. Well, not a lot of difficulties like when it's facing upward and I have to weld a corner or something, but just that I'm not consistent with the travel speed practice, and also how the welds are penetrating the metal. However, on the side, damn, they look amazing. So I'm really unsure, because yeah, dual side. Looking at it, like you can see that on the top edge, the bubble, let's say, like it's a bit wavy in there. That's because my travel speed changed. Like the first 2 inches on the left side of the screen, amazing. Then it's inconsistent. Then the last inch is not too bad. But on the vertical side, that's a thick, large weld that is really consistent all the way through. Something's happening in the middle, but I think it's a place where I had a tack weld, like just a tack in place. So that's probably where it did a bit of a bubble. And the other side that we don't really see on that angle, on the left side, the other vertical edge, just the same thing. So these are really, really amazing. Top section are really good too, but the corner where it's meeting together, yeah, it's okay, but it's good, but it's not great. So yeah, but I'm really happy on how it turns out. That's really awesome. It makes me question myself if I'm not trying to do even more in the future, but yeah, because I really enjoy doing that. Front cam. All right, it's almost 12:50. Girlfriend's gonna hate me because I'm not back at before like 1:30 with the lunch. Yikes, but I'm gonna have to leave there, guys. The main thing, closing that gap there, is done. That was the main goal today. I have something at 4 tonight, which means now I'm leaving for the store. I'm gonna be back with the lunch. I don't think I'm gonna be streaming this afternoon. I would have loved to keep going on that, but I have to prepare the place here because I have a little mechanic job to do this evening for friends. So I'm gonna be just off for the afternoon, I guess. I'm gonna be back. Well, I almost killed myself. I'm gonna be back basically tomorrow morning, so we can keep going on the frame rail. So what we have left to do is a plate on top to close the gap at the back there. And are we done entirely on this side? Yes, we are. So yeah, we have to do a plate on top that we're gonna match and just close everything there. And after that, we are moving to the bottom part of the frame rail, which means we're gonna have a lot of job and cutting to do, and that's why I'm going to the store to buy even more batteries, because I'm tired of switching between small and big batteries. So that's what I'm gonna do this afternoon and prepare everything so we have a lot of batteries tomorrow. So on this guy, I love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Peace!